want you to listen to what he's saying. Ready?
Prospering in life. Some of you are not prospering in life because the land where you live, whether it's in New York State or in Britain or Japan, wherever the land where you live, I mean that area. I'm not talking about the whole landmass of the country, but that area of where you live, that neighborhood is sick. Oh, here's the worst part. Sometimes people programmed the land against you. Oh, I'm going to reveal something onto you now. Oh, those satanic secret societies are going to be upset with me revealing this. I'm going to reveal it onto you. This is something that those satanic organizations tend to do. Let's say that you are a believer. You're not delivered yet. You're not delivered, but you're coming up. You're either making music or writing books or whatever you're doing. They know that attacking you will backfire. Okay, so what they do is, let's say you're in the Netherlands and you live in, let's say, Rotterdam. What the devil worshippers in Rotterdam will do is they will come together. Some will go to the north of Rotterdam, in a forest over there. Others will go to, let's say, the southern park in the southern Rotterdam. Others will go near the border with Schiedam. So you will spread all over Rotterdam in parks where they can find some soil. And they'll begin to meditate with anger. And they begin to say things as, listen, this Justin over here, Earth, make sure this Justin has no peace around here. Make sure this Justin, they will mention your full name, so even your date of birth. They will mention you specifically. Remember, the Earth is a live computer. You have to be specific and direct towards it for it to operate. They will, for example, take Justin and they will keep talking to the Earth over there. Make sure this man is ripped off from you very quickly. Make sure this man blows his last breath very quickly. They will program the local soil against you. And Justin will enter Rotterdam, and suddenly everything goes wrong with Justin. Justin loses his keys, Justin misses the bus, everything goes wrong. What happens? There's a psychic load. There's a negative load. Okay, we're not going to talk about these things over here, Joseph. You know very well that YouTube has a strong... Okay, so watch what say in the live chat, please. So anyway,
get that part. Listen to this part.
There's a psychic load in the Earth's energy field against Justin in that area. Justin leaves Rotterdam, goes to The Hague, and suddenly he feels better. They put a program in that soil, in that neighborhood, in that 20-kilometer radius against Justin. And Justin isn't even aware of it. Let's say Justin lives in Rotterdam, goes to work in Rotterdam, and they put a program against Justin in the soil. Sometimes Pagan will take your things, will take your picture. They will take your picture, and they will put a piece of paper with your picture. They will write.
Take note. He said they'll take your picture, because they do that all the time. They come to my house and they take a picture of my house or of me sitting in my garage like they did like a couple weeks ago. And just tonight, somebody came around and took a picture of me in my house, And they already did it in the morning, so I don't know. This is what they're doing. Ready?
Down in clear language. Something bad wants to happen to you, whether it's losing body parts or becoming blind or falling off the stairs. They will write down some misfortune on a piece of paper, put your picture on it, and they will bury it in the ground. And they begin to meditate on the earth. They will treat it as a seed. And soon, a lot of negative tension develop in that area, and demons now are powered by it. They do such things. Now, I'm just using Justin as an example. I'm not saying that Justin literally in the life is going to things like that. I'm saying that they tend to do things like this. Take a picture of you, whether it's from social media or elsewhere, with a little paper around it and sow it in the ground like it's a natural seed.
Yep.
And
and I was watching a video yesterday, people going diving into the rivers. And they clean up the river too, but they find like really cool stuff. Like it's a swimming hole type place. So they find jewelry and coins and phones and all kinds of cool stuff. And a guy found the witch's bottle, and it was all wrapped in twine, and a picture was in it of some lady and some flowers, like fake flowers, were put in it. So he's not wrong when he says that, what they do with the pictures. So that's why you gotta always protect yourself before you leave the house.
With their emotions, they will sow hardship on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, they do this to the common population too. In various places, they do this. You have calendar. You have special dates on the calendar when you have those devil worshippers going to forests or sometimes even into graveyards, and they begin to sow backwardness and slowness on the masses.
Yep.
They do such things, and because the masses go and do the 95 on a daily basis, they're not even aware that the earth they operate upon is programmed against them. So what do you do as a believer? Reprogram the earth in your environment. You don't have to reprogram the whole earth. Just where you are, command the earth in your favor.
That's right.
Speak to the earth. It will echo throughout the earth anyway. And then the wicked will be shaken off of it. That's how we do it. This is in the Bible. It's not New Age. It's not, I would say, it's not some Buddhist thing or whatever. It's Bible. But how many of you hear this in church? Like you didn't.
Nope.
Because you were taught that such things are demonic and occult. I'm sorry. Why would people who worship Satan have more abilities than believers who worship Heavenly Father? Come on now.
Exactly.
They don't. So, what this comes down to is that human beings can affect the whole earth just with their emotions and their attitudes in life.
So I wanted you guys to hear that TI's EI's empowered individuals. He knows what he's talking about. His whole family was into witchcraft, voodoo, all that kind of stuff, from the coast. And he got away from them. Like, they put lots of witchcraft on him. And he wasn't, he was stacking it for years and years and years. Now he left them and doesn't talk to them ever again. Became a Christian. He's doing really well for himself, so... That's why we have to get away from people like that. At least, even if it's only for a few minutes, just get away from them. They're toxic. That's why I keep telling you, these witches and warlocks in the neighborhood did those spells because there's a lot of homeless people here that would never been there before, but they're coming out of the psych ward, so they're crazy. And they're acting up, they're talking to themselves, all this shit. They do this stuff in front of the children. I mean, they're crazy. And they have the nerve to put those people in apartments in the neighborhood, like 4 or 5 different houses. Like, what? Are you fucking serious? In a neighborhood with all these families? Are you kidding? Like I said, nobody, talks about this kind of stuff, and nobody protects themselves. We have to try, though. We all have to do. All us Christians have to try and protect ourselves before we leave the house. And protect our neighborhoods too. Just today, I came home from Dunkin', and one of my neighbors, my father's friend actually, he told me and my sister somebody sent a credit card in one of our names. They opened up a credit card in one of our names and sent it to his house. So he asked us if we opened the one. We said no. He said, that's what I thought. He said he ripped it up and ripped it up into a couple pieces and threw it out. So what I'm thinking is those 2 guys that were coming around up the stairs, on a video I showed you them. They were running up and down the stairs, they were looking. That means they took the names down. and try to get a credit card open. If I see the neighbor again, I'm gonna ask him what bank it was. Because then if it's my bank, then I could call the bank and tell them that. Because I have a feeling that it's me, you know. But like I said, when you get pizza or any kind of orders, like when you order out, you have to get a shredder. Go to Staples and buy yourself a shredder. And take all your receipts. Anytime you order something, your phone number's on it, your address is on it. You know, they need to know where you are to deliver the food. You take it and you shred all those papers. And like in the pizza box, sometimes they write the address and phone number on the pizza box. So you have to get a black Sharpie and just scribble as much as possible as, you know, to get your name and number off the pizza box. And then when you recycle it, you flip it over the other side, and then you fold it in four, as tight as you can, and then put it in the bottom of your recycle pail. This way, if they go into your recycles or your garbage, you'll hear it, you know? So, these are like just little steps to not get your identity stolen. So, so that's why when I go to the ATM, I take the receipt with me, and then later on I shred it, because I'm not leaving that shit behind. I tell you, one time I went to the bank and I got, you know, money out, and this guy, he was like working at McDonald's or something, and he was like, he left, he didn't make the receipt into the garbage pail, and all his info was on it. I'm like, dude, I'm like, you gotta rip this up in like a lot of pieces and throw it in the garbage, so that people steal identities out here, because he wasn't from here originally. He goes, oh, thank you for telling me, you know. You have to tell people this. And when I order something, and I use the box, sometimes I use the box when I do eBay, I peel all the stickers off. If I can't peel the sticker off, then I just color it in with a black Sharpie, and then I put shipping tape over it, so you know, you can't do nothing with it. You in catalogs too, the same thing. I just color it and color my name in, or I rip the paper off and shred it. Anything to thwart these fucking gang stalking bastards. There's a lot of fucking people on drugs, even if they're not regular gang stalkers, you know, drug addicts or anything. They're looking for a place to stay, and then you start getting mail and other people's names. That's happened to us before. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I still think it's weird that the mail carrier left that bin here. Like, they never came to pick it up either. Like, she just left it there. Like, is that gang stalking? I wonder. Like, I'm gonna have to take a video of it before, you know, we get rid of it. I'm not touching it. I don't want my fingerprints on it, just in case it's witchcraft and gang stalking. They're going hand in hand, by the way, just in case. Right before I left Dunkin', I saw the old ass Freemason guy. He's an old ass guy. And he wasn't wearing red and black, but he does have a big ass chain with the Freemason symbol on it. It's big. And then I saw the other three handlers walking around, same as the day before with the guy with the chain. His chain is very small, that guy. And I've seen these people before, like maybe a year ago, the same handlers. And they just act so goofy. They got their book bags, they got their belts, like their shirts are tucked in. Like, they think they're proper, I guess. I don't know what the hell to say. But they tuck in their t-shirts, and what else they do? They tuck the t-shirts, and then they have the belt where you attach the cell phone to it. It's like, bruh. It's funny. I was gonna sit outside for a few minutes before I came back in the house, but it's fucking cold. I was like, nope, fuck this, I'm going in. But yeah, I'll be out tomorrow. I don't know what time though. If my appointment I have at home still goes on, and I'll go out after. I have to wash clothes. I didn't get a chance today. I go to the stupid post office and shit. So there's a lot of shit I had to do today. I went to the gym. And that went well. I didn't see any perps, which was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird. But lately I've been seeing a lot of people with Target bags, you know. So that shit's starting up again. We saw Witchy Poo the other day. She got out of the car. She held the friggin' Target bag in front of her so I would see it. This is an old ass trick. Everybody does that to me when they have their Target bag. Because they want me to know that I'm a target. But I know I'm a target already. God showed me everything. Every little secret meeting they do against me, I see it. God shows me it. Like when Jillian and her friend were conspiring against me, I saw them. They were sitting at a table and they had a fucking manila, not a manila envelope, the other one, the other kind of file, I forgot what the heck it's called. But it's like a beige color. And there was a whole, like, script and all this info on me that was not real. I read the paper, I was like, this is not me. What the fuck are you talking about? None of it was true. But it was attached in the folder with a paperclip. On the other side was a Polaroid picture of me, but it was such a bad picture, like a bad hair day kind of a picture. And again, the face was distorted in the picture, so I'm like, that's not really me, but I was like, they have my picture somewhere. She took my picture a couple years ago. So it's probably that picture. It was her and her friends talking about me, sitting at a kitchen table, like a round table. But they looked like they were in an office, like an office kitchen. And they had their regular clothes on, you know, they look like teenagers, so they think, you know, they can get away with it by looking like that. And they're talking about me to each other. I don't know what I did to stop them in the dream, but they wound up not doing anything after that. Yeah, you know, I have to always get to these people, these whack jobs, I'm gonna call them, while I'm sleeping because it stops them in real life. Like I told you, the witch from Berry Juice, she came after me in a dream, and her two friends from the beauty shop that's not open anymore, they came after me in the dream. I fought them off, and I knew something was up because I saw her, like, I don't know if it was 1 day later or 2 days later, because I wasn't sure if it was her. I was like, it looks like her, the Very Juice Witch, because something was off about her and her friends. Anyway, I already knew. They were trying to get my energy. They had to sit near me very closely. Erin used to do that in school. And she's a witch. I saw her Facebook page. Oops. How to? Anyways. So, when I saw her in real life, I'm like, it was you. Like, in my head, I'm thinking it was you in my dream I fought off. And her face, when she saw me, she went white. She turned extra white. She couldn't believe I survived the attacks that she sent to me. And that's why everybody hates me in the neighborhood, because I'm fighting this crap. I can't do it. I cannot fucking let them get away with it. I can't. And I refuse to let them get away with it. And you should too. Get yourself a King James Bible. Start reading. We gotta start praying against all these fuckers. They should never get away with this stuff. Never. But that's why they get away with it, because we don't fucking pray. So start praying, damn it. November 9th, 2022.